Algebra 1, the Sensei Learning System, lesson solving equations, one step. First, I observe that the x is on the left side as opposed to the right side, so that means that we're going to solve x to the left. That means all other things on the left are going to be gotten rid of. So I'm going to get rid of this adding 7 on the left by putting a subtraction of 7. Then I go across the equal sign and I put another subtracting 7. So whatever you would do to one side of the equal sign, you do to the other. What we end up with is the x comes down, the 7's cancel, the equals comes down, and we have a 14 minus 7, positive 14, negative 7. We subtract, we get 7. We always use the sign of the bigger number, which is 14, which is positive 7. Here, we want to solve x to the left, and so we have a negative 9 here, so we're going to remove the negative 9 by putting a positive 9 here. What we do to one side of the equal sign, we do to the other. So I had to put another positive 9 there. So the x here comes down, we get x. These cancel, and the equals comes down, and we have a positive 24, a positive 9, so same signs we add, so we get 33, and we use the sign of the bigger number, which is positive 24, so this will be a positive 33. Here, x is on the left side, so we're going to solve to the left. So the negative 5 is on the left side, so we're going to put the opposite, which is positive 5. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side of the equal sign, so we put a positive 5 here. Okay. So these two combine and cancel. The x comes down, equals comes down, and I have a negative and positive, so different signs are going to subtract. So 11 take away 5 is going to be 6. And we always use the sign of the bigger number, which is 11, so that'll be negative 6. Okay, here, the x is on the left side, so we're going to solve to the left, so the 5 on the left side is going to go away, so I'll say minus 5. And whatever I do to one side, I do to the other, so another minus 5 across the equal sign. The x will come down here, the 5's will cancel, the equals will come down, and I have the same signs, negative 7, negative 5, same signs we add, so that'll be 12. And we always use the sign of the bigger number, which is 7, so this will be negative 7, or negative 12, should I say. Okay, next, number 5. X is on the left side, so I'm going to solve to the left, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides, sorry, 18 from both sides. Okay. And here we're going to bring down the x. This cancels, equals comes down. Now these are different signs, positive and negative, so we're going to subtract. So 18 take away 15 leaves 3. Then the bigger number is the 18, so we're going to use his sign for the answer, so this will be negative 3. Next, we have x minus 10 equals 9. On the left side we have the x, so we're going to eliminate the negative 10 by putting a positive 10 here. So what we do on one side, we do on the other. The x comes down, and these two cancel. The equals comes down, and our signs are different. We have a negative and a positive, so we'll subtract. So 10 take away 9 leaves 1, and the bigger sign is the positive 10, so this will be a positive 1. Here the x is on the left side, so we want to eliminate the negative 5, so I say plus 5, and what do I do to one side, I'll do to the other. So what I end up with is the 5's cancel, the x comes down, the equals comes down, and I have a positive 15 and a positive 5. That means we add, same signs we add, we get 20. And I use the sign of the bigger number, which is 15. That'll be a positive 20. Algebra 1, Sensei Learning System. Lesson 5, Solving Equations, one step. This is part 2. X is here on the left, so I'm going to solve x to the left, so I'll get rid of the 4 on the left. So this is adding 4, I use the subtracting 4. When you do it on one side, we do it on the other. The 4's cancel, the x comes down, equals comes down, I have a positive and negative, so these will be subtraction. So one is positive, one is negative, so we'll get a 9, sorry, 11 should I say. And since the bigger number is positive, the final answer will be positive. Here, x is on the left, so we're going to solve to the left, so we'll get rid of the negative 5 on the left. So I'll put a positive 5 here, and across the equal sign I'll put another positive 5. The 5's cancel, the x comes down, and we get a positive and a positive. Positive and a positive, also bring the 11 down, means add. so I'll get 16. And I'll use the sign of the bigger number, 11, so it's positive 16. For this one, x is on the right side, so I'm going to solve to the right. So I'm going to get rid of the negative 15 on the right side. So this will be positive 15 here. And what if you do the one side, we're going to do to the other. So positive 15 here. So we'll start from here. Here we have a negative and a positive, so we'll subtract. So 15 take away 10 leaves 5. The bigger number is positive, so the answer is positive. The equal sign comes down, the x comes down, and these two cancel. And so we've solved x to the right. Here, x is also on the right, so we're going to get rid of the negative 9 on the right side. So I'll put a positive 9 here. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So starting from this side, we have a negative and a positive, so we'll subtract. So 12 take away 9 leaves 3. The bigger sign is negative, so this will be a negative 3. Bring down your equals, these cancel, and we'll bring down our x. So x is negative 3. Number 5, the x is on the left side, so we're going to solve to the left, so the 18 on the left side we'll get rid of, so minus 18. What we do to one side, we do to the other. And what we have here is that these two cancel. Next, the x comes down. Next is the equals comes down. And these two signs are different, so we'll subtract. So 18 take away 12 leaves 6. The bigger sign is on the 18, and the bigger number 18 has a sign negative, so this will be negative. Right here, we have the x is on the left side, so we're going to solve to the left. So this negative 18 has to go, so I'll put a positive 18 here. What we do on one side, we do on the other, so a positive 18 there. So these 18s cancel, the x comes down, equals comes down, and since one is negative, one is positive, we're going to subtract those and we'll get 5. The bigger number is positive, so the final answer is positive. Here, the x is on the right side, so we're going to solve to the right. So the positive 28, we're going to use a subtracting 28 to get rid of it. We do on one side, we do on the other. And starting from this side, we have a positive and negative, so different signs will subtract. So 28 take away 21 leaves 7. The bigger number has a sign of negative, so the answer will be negative. Equals comes down, the x comes down, and these two cancel. So x is negative 7.